Hey, it's Lando. Today I'm going to review and explain everything you need to know on how you're going to survive at least 2 minutes in S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly, Gamma Edition, better known as how your grandparents got to school. Anything past that is a work in progress, as I'm still working on how to get past the tutorial. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly is free to play, a standalone mod. I don't know why they call it a mod, it feels like more like a new game, as calling it a mod is like calling the GAU-8 Avenger a gun. I mean, sure, it's a gun, but S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly happens to be better than the majority of the slop you will find on your Steam store page. Returning to Mia, and yes, Fish Game. Of Anomaly, I injected 415 mods on top of it. Mods on top of mods. Gamma is to make your experience more miserable or more enjoyable depending on your outlook. As I'm walking out of the starting village to meet a super mutant that is punching the ground. I'm not dealing with that, let's get on the roof, hoping my comrades can deal with it. Mutants don't mess around in this game, they actively hunt you if you walk into their feeding ground. So we'll just hop on this ladder to get high ground and shoot it from afar. Oh look, a multi-tool, how useful. What are the differences between Anomaly and Gamma? Well, everything. A good explanation of Anomaly: I died to a random fire anomaly to spawn nearby, then trying to collect my old gear but end up pushing my charred corpse deeper into it. Gamma is a broken gun simulator. If I die, my computer turns off. Buying some hard-hitting mercs to help navigate some dangerous areas. So far so good, money well spent, until you run into the monolith. Female stalkers aren't afraid to show off some gender equality. But I guess it's better than to get beat up by a girl than to walk 30 feet from where you spawned in and get hit by a radiation blast. Now I'm coughing up blood and my skin is melting off. It's best to have a pack of cigarettes and vodka on standby to wash away the pain, as it actually helps cure radiation poisoning. Grandpa always said, "One cancer away for another." Whippy snap. Either die from radiation or die from lung cancer. Thanks, Gramps. Everything wants to kill you from the air to the glowing dirt. Can I touch it? No, you can't touch it. When first awakening in this hellhole, I recommend taking on various odd jobs, clearing out some mutants, assassinating other stalkers, delivering packages across the map that you will never make it to. My first mission, I was able to clear out 2 bandits from a location. Half my ammo later and a few meds, I'm able to get the job done. Looting their bodies for a pack of cigarettes and a few rubles. Not even enough to cover my medical bills. Well, that's okay. The real money is going back and reporting the task is done. Upon heading back, I am met with a local wildlife. A pack of dogs. Let me rephrase that. A hungry pack of dogs. They don't care about taking a 7.62 round to the face. They want your face at any cost. And guess what? You aren't faster than a dog, but good luck running anyway. Now you have to redo everything all over again. Why didn't I save after killing these bandits? Well, because you can't. You can only save near these lit campfires and only near these campfires. Imagine you're playing Dark Souls, but instead of fewer wizards and dragons, you get Ukrainians and vodka, where you swear you loaded the gun, but you didn't load the animation. Boot up your Walmart Pip-Boy, the PDA, your personal digital assistant, aka a phone. Get some update messages from everyday life within the zone. You can head over to the task board and accept everyone's job instead of talking to them face to face. Most importantly, you have a map to check every 10 seconds to make sure you're going the right way. I wouldn't recommend using out in the wild, as you can get shot at any time. I usually pick a good time to look at mine away from everyone else. You can always fast travel to locations you have been to. This might not always be the best move, as it can be expensive and also might not be all that safe. Speaking of being safe, nothing is safe, but that shouldn't stop you from going out into the Anomaly and find some artifacts to sell to your local drug dealer. Everything Ukraine is Anomaly. Some you can see, some give hints that it's there, and just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Until your face planted in the dirt, dead as shit. I really don't mess with artifacts, as I'm too busy figuring out how to get this AK to work. Looting laws. I didn't get the memo on this, but if a fellow stalker gets a kill, you will not be able to loot the body regardless of who got the kill. A bandit telling me I can't loot his kill or else he's going to shoot me. I'm not a bandit. I kill bandits, so why the hell do I care? Plus, he'll shoot me on sight regardless. Hold on, let me get back to you on that. The world is getting nuked. Whatever your adventures might take you, be ready to stop whatever you're doing and seek the nearest shelter. Your PDA will let you know shit's going down, and if that was enough, everyone in your drug dealer is running for their lives. One of the 2 storms are taking place, an emission storm where things aren't going well. What happens if you don't seek shelter or didn't make it to one on time? Well, I got good news. You won't have to find shelter or anything ever again, as other stalkers are finding pieces of you around the zone. While on the subject on becoming a collectible, trading. It's important for the zone to keep its lucrative economy. A great way to make money is selling meat, radioactive artifacts, used underwear. Things you can't sell are guns and armor, but you can buy ammo, which is a little weird. Instead of taking my risk in the wild, I became one of the top dealers selling exotic magazines. Rather than collecting Pokemon cards or Beyblades, in S.T.A.L.K.E.R, we collect cigarettes and, magazines. How did I come across such an array of fine products? Well, I killed people for it. Not exactly for it, but it was a byproduct of killing them and looting their corpse. Usually my best customers are the ones I'm killing. They needed something to take the edge off, so I supplied it to them. Plenty planning on visiting a stronghold with overly equipped troops for no reason to sell some comic books. This will be a good time to learn some Russian words to communicate peacefully. Granado. I wonder what that means. Was he trying to say nacho? Seems I'm ill-equipped for this fight, but let's try sneaking in the dark. Let's just fast travel near the enemy base to save some time. Excuse me, sir. What's the Russian word for I just crapped my pants? Meaning a friendly stalker in the wild. Good day. He seems busy shooting something. But what are you shooting at? You alright? You've been reloading that shotgun for quite some time. A big fight ahead. Oh, you're shooting me. So what did you say before if it wasn't by now? Turns out it was, you're a freak, you're dead now. Understand? No. That was weird. He belonged to the same faction as me, so why was he hostile towards me? It actually depends on what armor you're wearing. If you kill someone belonging to an enemy faction and wear that armor, they will think you're part of that faction. Who would have thought? Just something to watch out for when trying on new clothes. Also, watching your vitals like food, water, and sleep. I'm yawning from the lack of sleep while sending stalkers to the gulag. What will keep you awake is seeing some paranormal shit. You have psych health, which means your brain is turning into a liquid when you start getting mind fucked. I haven't found much that affects it other than a few buildings, but some mutants can be a problem. Another thing to know about before heading to the zone is to know who's on your team. Knowing your factions and its allies. Plenty of times I ran up to someone with a faction badge I'm not all familiar with, for them to turn around and pump me full of lead. A few factions you can play as and you will find in the zone. Loners who are not aligned with anyone who does whatever they think is right. Duty is duty doing what duty does best, destroying the zone. Mercenaries if you like money and most speak English. Freedom fighters doing the opposite of whatever duty is trying to do. Bandits are poor and trying to achieve the biggest erotic collection. Monolith, everything is a moving meat target and you won't have any trouble in who's on your side, because nobody is. Clear Sky if you like the smell of Shrek's ass in the morning. Pick your desired game mode like Azul. If you die, you come back as a different stalker to die all over again. I never recommend to play an Iron Man mode as you will die at any time at no fault of your own. Loading into a new area into a group of overly geared monolith. Foaming at the mouth just looking at you. Now you're dead. Warfare mode is a ton of fun. Take over the map with your faction and you're at war with everyone that opposes you. Main story mode. While Anomaly Game is a sandbox, for the most part, each faction does have a unique story tied with them, but I honestly didn't dive deep into it. As go talk to this dude and then travel here to talk to another person. Or when I'm playing the monolith and I'm stuck with the RF receiver to find some dead stalkers. In a big ass open area with a constant static noise to remind me how much I hate these missions. Yeah, I never completed it. Survival mode, where zombies are closing in on your position. I have yet to find any. Oh well, as I'm still trying to complete this first gun I found that is broken in pieces. You see, Stalker Game has sole purpose to make you suffer at all costs, which it does a good job at doing. An enemy stalker could take 4 shots to the head from a Kar 96 and still walk towards me asking for more. How is this possible? The biggest problem is the part weapon system. Want a cool looking gun that has a silencer and a scope? Well, you're going to have to play 30 hours just to achieve that. I'm going to do my very best to explain it and tell you why it sucks and how to fix it. It doesn't matter what faction or game mode you do, it all matters on what armor and what gun you take into the zone, because you're going to be stuck with those pieces of gear for quite some time. I wasn't lying when I said Gamma is a broken gun simulator. Buckle up, I'm going to explain this bullshit. You see, when you kill another stalker, they'll drop their gun and sometimes their armor. If you notice, their gun is completely destroyed. You can shoot them in the head and the gun drops 4 feet and hits the dirt and now it's ruined. Doesn't matter how they died or what rank they are, their gear will always be broken. The weapon has a durability condition on how well it will perform, as well as having parts, usually it's 5, that also have durability conditions. The most important part is the barrel because it's something you just can't replace whenever. Every single bullet you fire will lower all these durability conditions. On top of it, to replace or repair these parts, you need special tools, and mostly these tools can only be used if the weapon condition is up to a certain threshold. If you do swap out parts, it worsens the gun condition. You got a cool looking AR, you want to fix it up? Great! Go ahead and toss that in the trash and grab yourself a sawed-off shotgun or a pistol. Are you following along what I'm saying? If yes, you're probably in your 50th Iron Man run in the monolith. If you're lost, then don't worry, I'm here to help you. Like helping this stalker overcome his fear of boxes. Still need some work. Game's artificial difficulty doesn't make sense, so I changed it for a more enjoyable experience. Shooting trash guns and looking for gun parts for 40 hours to complete this AK just isn't it. In settings, head over to the mod configuration. Starting at Legend Stalkers, I have their weapon conditions on death being at 95. Moving down the ranking list, I lowered it by 5. So a Novice Stalker could drop a broken gun on me, but not likely. Guess I don't have this problem as I'm still stuck on this radio trying to find some dead stalkers. Well, good luck out there, stalkers. My name is Lando. I hope you enjoyed this video. Laters.